Hello, new DM.
Hey, new
New
DM.
to D&D.
New DM.
Trying to get a group together. I've got people who are willing to give it a try but aren't sure about long-term play. Any advice or resource suggestions for crafting interesting and effective one-shots?
The question was new DM and potential new players, but they're not sure how much they want to commit, looking for some interesting one-shots. Personally, I sort of see it as a much more directed and focused kind of game session than a serialized as part of a larger campaign where you kind of like can afford to let the players take the lead and sort of wander around and experience the consequences of their actions, whereas a one-shot is like, you need a good villain or antagonist, someone memorable, a force or a creature that's either emblematic or exemplary of your setting or the place that you want to play, evocative, big personality, that kind of thing.
And you need to have your hook early, and you need to set it.
Start the game where the action is.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times with a one-shot where we want to start the game before the action. So the example of this would be the classic, you meet in a tavern, you talk to the quest giver. The quest giver tells you to go to location X, you travel to location X, you do the thing. In the one shot, you will start at location X. Everything else is handled pre-game as part of the backstory of it. So you would tell the players, oh yeah, the person who hired you, their name was XYZ, they want you to do this, you have already made this trip. If you want, you can ask them what their characters did on the way there, or how they reacted to the news of this job that they're on. But because it's a one-shot, limited time playing, you want to get the best experience possible, maybe you just set it right where the action begins. And if it's a dungeon, you set it there. If it's like a big action scene, you set it real close to that. And you just basically say, this is where we're starting. A memorable NPC or an ally, someone with a weird personality, someone, something quirky or fantastical, something that's more than just a kind of bog standard, like, the king has asked you to do this. What information does the party need to know? You can include an NPC that has that information and is largely kind of friendly to them, or at least sympathetic to their goals, or just there to help them out if need be. In terms of other resources, I would check out Kobold Press's Prepared 1 and 2. Between the two books, there's 21 shots, and they're for all different kinds of levels. You can play a scenario there in a matter of about 2 hours. So if you don't have a lot of time, maybe your friends are used to like board games where you set up Monopoly and play a game, like one of those is really good. You can sometimes find them cheap. I get the PDFs myself. But Kobold Press has a lot of adventures like that where they're short, sweet, and then of course there's a ton of resources on the DM's Guild. Maybe you like an Adventurers League adventure. Those are the adventures that are made for Dungeons & Dragons organized play. They are designed to be finished within 2 to 3 hours, usually 2 hours, and are designed to have a very focused, tight experience on them. So those are resources you can check out as well to kind of find a one-shot that'll work for your group. But mostly it's like, look through the monster manual, pick a monster that you think is fun, and build a short, pick a lair for it, have it, do something that, be up to no good that the party needs to stop, or two monsters that are in conflict and the conflict is spilling over and the players have to go do something about it. Other ones I've used are like a kidnapping and the monster is a misdirect. Either it wasn't a kidnapping or it's someone else that did the kidnapping and the monster is just there to kind of trick the party. However, if you've got new players, you might want to go easy on the tricks and double crosses and things like that. For some players, experiencing a world in which betrayal and deception and the like are common, like right off the bat, it can be a real turnoff for them. So, just gauge your friends. If they like a good murder mystery, if they like all the twists and turns of something like Game of Thrones or politicking, maybe they'll like it. But you can always just have a monster bash and kind of a short dungeon crawl as well.
Yes, the Monster Bash.
Monster bash.
It was a graveyard smack.
Got a question for WebDM? Check us out on Patreon for podcasts, exclusive videos, and more. And be here this Wednesday for the Spell School of Evocation.